people watching us in this little interview, how can they help you?
Well, that's very kind. First of all, thank you for watching. This Kickstarter campaign, which we're running currently, is obviously all about getting this show finished. An international documentary that tells the story of Norms Mc Namara, a man who started a dementia awareness campaign in his 50s that has now gone global. We need your help. We need your help to finish the show, to do the post-production stuff, which we can't do ourselves. If I could do it, I would. I'm not a musician, and I need a technical musician desperately to write original music for the show to give it the sort of the justice it deserves. It deserves great music. If you watch Game of Thrones, imagine watching Game of Thrones without the music. You might not enjoy it so much. So we need music. We need to get a technical musician in. We're running a competition to find the best one. We've already had a lot of applicants, and the details are on our Kickstarter page. We need to tell the story in a non-documentary type way, which sounds bizarre given that it is an international documentary, but I will elaborate on that if I may. We don't have a presenter, and we don't have any voiceover. This is deliberate. We want people to feel like they're watching a film and to have less of a dictatorial experience where somebody tells you how to think or how to feel. Now that's fantastic, and it is at the moment idealistic because our current edit doesn't have the necessary text that we need to give the viewers that information just to make the scenes flow a little bit better. So for example, we need to not only tell the audience who the people are by introducing their names when they appear in the scenes, but we need to tell them small pieces of information along the way, such as Purple Angel ambassadors spread dementia awareness in their own areas, in their own way, which then makes sense when we see Tony Hall talking about educating children in schools about dementia, or Jean Saunders taking that knowledge into her work as a care activities manager in an assisted living facility or care home in the UK. But this needs to be stylized by an artist, somebody who can make text appear on a screen in a way that flows with the music and doesn't tell you too much, but also doesn't tell you too little, in a font size that doesn't bring down the mood, but actually makes you think, oh, that's quite interesting. So we need that desperately. And we also need it to do justice to our backers from previous campaigns, and this one also, on the memory wall. Now, the memory wall appears at the end of the show, and it's the credits, and it's for your loved one who's living or who has lived, or even a carer who's done fantastic work previously or currently for one of your loved ones living with dementia. So that is basically an ability to create a legacy wall to say this person, deserves to be part of this show for this reason. Fantastic mother, fantastic father, fantastic carer, whatever it may be. Nicknames are fine, it's not a problem, but it needs to be presented correctly because it will be like that for forevermore after the show is finished. And for that, we need to have a fantastic designer, bring in a fantastic designer who gets it and who's willing to put in an awful lot of energy into making the scenes flow correctly, the memory will look perfect, and ultimately finish the show to its highest level. So we look forward to your support on that. Thank you all so far for your messages of support and previous backers. You will all receive the finished version with music, hopefully, and lovely text appearing, hopefully, and a memory wall in the credits. And fingers crossed, this project, which was born on Kickstarter, can be completed on Kickstarter. And thereafter, we'll be keeping you updated on film festival entries, and of course, looking for your own feedback on the finished show, and anything that we miss or any tips, just give us a shout, and we'll be making the changes accordingly.
And then, so if someone still wanted to be on the wall and honor their loved one, what cost is that?
So that's going to be £40. So be £40 for the memory wall, which also includes the premiere pass, which is the full show sent to you when post-production is finished. And nicknames, just to confirm, also have had some questions on it already, are absolutely fine. It's whatever you would like to have up there.
Excellent. How close are you to being done?
Very close, very, very close. Film festival entries are pretty much now-ish. So given this next Kickstarter going, and fingers crossed, getting across the magic line, 8 weeks time, we'll have a finished version with music.
So I fully support that, and the Alzheimer's Support Network fully supports the Purple Angel symbol, and Norm and Gary and Jane and Elaine and all the rest. They all have stories that really desperately need to be told. So thank you for engaging in this and telling their
Thank you.